Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So I wanted to make some jewelry and I was like, what am I gonna make that's different? What if somebody doesn't have any UV resin? You know, what can I do? So I finally found my gel nail polishes, and these are the ones that work with the magnets. So I played around with a couple of different ways. So this is one of the sets that I made, which came out really, really cute. So I'm going to show you how I did these ones, because I did these different than I did this. And then I did this, which is really, really cool. So I glued these in with some E6000. Then this I made with clear UV resin. And then I painted the nail polish color on, the first color. And then I used this magnet. And I just kind of moved some of the color around. Then I put a second color on. And then I used this magnet. Then I put the black on and I cured it. And this came out really, really unique. So then we just have to put our little clasp in, you know, and it's ready to go. So I figured, let's just play around a little bit and see what we can come up with. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I made these ones, which is really simple. So this little kit I have got on Amazon. It's whatever that brand is. And it came with a black and 5 colors. So these are the colors that it came with. And then the black. So, and this is this has the magnet stuff in it. This is just a black. Oh, I don't want to lose my sticker because then I won't know which color is which. So these are like 2 different purples. So what I did for those is, I mean, this is, you could really make some money on jewelry. Now I bought these earrings and they come all assembled, and they do come with the bag of cabochons. So you don't need any UV gel. If you're just starting out, you just take your cabochons, you take your earrings, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think 9 or 10 different designs. So I just pulled out a couple. And, you know, and this, they just kind of slide around. So we will be we'll pick out some earrings after. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to and I cut an old silicone mat. I had used parchment paper, but I figured let's try it on a silicone mat because I think it will work a little bit better. So I want enough that I can do, you know, at least 2 of the round cabochons. And this is way more than probably what I need, but so you can either take your UV light and cure it, which I think for this purpose, it'll just be a little bit quicker because then you can actually like set it down. So let's get this one. And when you get these, you've got to really make sure that you flip them upside down and really give them a good shake, especially if you haven't used them in a while, because all the magnetic stuff will fall to the bottom. And that's what I had found when I had done my nails. I didn't mix them good enough, and I didn't get the reaction that I wanted. So it came with like this little magnet, but then I also bought some different ones on Amazon, and there's just different lines. I don't know what that is. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different designs. Let me see. They even have like a heart one, which I'll keep this one out. We might try that one on a bigger piece. So yeah, so there's just different magnets that you can buy. This is the one that I used when I made these. Okay, so that is, it still leaves a fingerprint, but it's cured enough. So we're going to put our purple nail polish on top of it. Okay, just like that. So you don't want to cure it yet, because we want to, let's see, what are we going to, let's do the little, okay, the flower will show up in the, so we'll, and you don't want this to touch this, but you need to get it as close as you can. So you just kind of hover it above and just hold it there for a minute, and see how that made that little star, little flower. And then we're going to do one over here. So what I didn't do when I did those is cure it. I just put the piece on, and I found that it kind of smushed it. So I'm going to cure this, and then I'm just going to put a clear gel top. Then we're going to put our cabochons on, and then we will cure it. So that way our little, whatever we made for design is already locked in and is not going to move. And you can do this with just the colors, but if you don't have the black underneath, it's definitely not going to show up as much. Okay, so now we're going to just put our clear gel top coat over the top. I might as well do the whole thing. Okay, and I'm going to take 2 cabochons, and I do have my Let's Resin double-sided UV light out. All right, so we're just going to set that there, and we're going to set that one there. See? So you can see those designs are in there. So you just want to make sure that, so I'm going to use this light, I'm going to set it, and then we're going to put it in the UV light for a little bit. All right, so that is kind of holding in place. So we'll just pop that into the UV light. And then how I did this one is I painted the actual cabochon itself. So we'll use this one because I haven't used this color yet. And again, we got to mix these really, 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 really good. All right, so we're just going to just paint the back of this cabochon. And oh, just got my bristles on my brush are kind of going a little wonky. And you just want a decent coat. Making sure that you get it to the edges. Kind of like that. Nothing, you know, it's pretty much still see-through. Let's try the heart and see if we can get the heart to... Oh, look. We got a perfect heart. So we're going to want to cure it while we have that heart in there. So I know that, you know, when everybody's starting out, not everybody has, you know, all the resins to do all the things. And sometimes you might want to be able to make jewelry and... You know, it's, all right, so I'm just going to pop this in my UV light, and we're going to peel these off. And the bottom is still a little tacky, which is fine, just because that is a black. Cut that down the middle. So we're just gonna cut around this. So on the parchment paper, the bottom cured much better, so you might wanna, you know, kind of stick with the parchment paper if you're doing this method. Let me just take a paper towel so I can wipe the top of that cabochon with some alcohol ink. And I'm gonna stick that back under the light, and then we will, it's the only thing when you're working with magnets, guys. And we're just gonna trim around as close as we can get. And I'm gonna have to invest in some smaller scissors. I finally just ordered a pair of the little nippers because I still cannot find mine. So I don't know what I did, but they're gone. All right, let's put that down. Clean off that cabochon. And we'll pop that under the light too. Okay, so that is pretty much cured now. It's still a little bit tacky, but that's fine. Then we're going to use the black. And with this, you're better off to use 2 thin coats of the black. Now, you could put another color, so the heart would be a different color, but for this, we are just going to coat this with the black. All right. So that is a thick layer. So I'm just going to stick that underneath, and we're going to give that 5 minutes. All right. So these are now cured. And let's see, what do we have? We have like a starburst on them. Let's do the hexagon ones. Okay. I mean, this is just a really, really easy way of making some cheaper jewelry is what I'm, you know, not like cheap as in junk, but inexpensive. You know, it's a way, if you're just getting started and you're like, oh, I'd like to make some jewelry, but I'm not, you know, I don't have all that stuff yet. It's not a big deal. And I did, well, I guess we're going to get another one because I cannot find it. So I'm just going to, you can use a stick, or I'm just going to use a micro brush. And I'm just going to get some of the E6000, and we're going to pop it in there. And we are going to set one of our cabochons. And we'll do the same thing with the other one. Put that over there. And we'll plop that in there. And voila. Now you've got earrings that switch between blue and purple, depending on the light. Like, I'm looking at them and they look purple, but in the screen, they're looking blue. But how cute and how easy is that to make some earrings? So we've got a beautiful pair of earrings that's unique. Nobody else is going to have it. All right, so that's still a little on the tacky side. All right, so that was one way. The other way was the cabochon. And then this way is, let's see. It's like when you use the glitter or Mylar flakes, guys, you are like forever getting that out of your pieces. So, and if you do have UV resin and you wanted to still be able to incorporate this nail polish, this is how I made, not this one, this one. So I had made it in this one. So on this one, we'll make this shape. So I just poured in a layer of clear. And this is just the Bond Craftor. UV resin hard type. And I'll just take something and work the bubbles out, you know, as best that you can. And then this cures really easy because it is just, you know, clear. So what I did on this one is I back coated it because now you can see that heart in there. So I gave it a clear top coat before I put it into the bracelet, and I cure this. And we'll just cure that. So I'm definitely going to get some more colors of the UV gel, because not only can I do my nails with them, but I can make jewelry pieces that are one of a kind. All right, so that is now cured. So I'm going to take a little bit of my E6000 and we're just going to spread it in here. And this way here you can get all those little stringy bits. So you're not getting them on the outside of your piece. You can kind of work them off and you're not getting too much of the glue. Just like that. And there we have it. A beautiful one of a kind. Now I could have done another heart, you know, we could have done more, but I'm just trying to give you guys like different ideas. So this one goes from like gold to a purpley pink. And we just let that dry and voila. So why don't we do, I don't know if I can get a heart in these small ones, but I don't know, we'll try. So I'm just gonna wipe this down again. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a much bigger area. So, and if you don't have nail polish, you can do this with like black UV resin. You know, it just depends on what you're kind of going for here. All right, so we're gonna give that. So this is now pretty much dried, cured, whatever you want to call it. Let's do a blue. And let's see. I'll show you the circle one, how that one works. So basically, all I did is I painted it right in the mold. So I just went around you know, try to get it so it's like an even layer. All right. So on the round one, let's see if I can, if you hold it to the side, it will push that nail polish in. See how it made that circle? So we just completely opened that circle up. But if you want it to come back, let's say you did that and you don't like it, you can just take the brush and kind of redo it. And the same thing, like if you're doing it on your nails and it doesn't come out the way you want it, you can definitely change it. Let me see. All right, let's do this, because this has got more lines, and where that's a small space, we might... Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it low enough to... No, that one is in here. It's tough to do. So let's do the little ball. So I'm just going to hold it down. And you can see the little marks. And you can actually see in the side what, you can actually see the nail polish like pulling away. So we've got like a little arrow there. So I might as well try to match it over here. And you do have to hold it there for like 5 to 10 seconds for it to do its thing. And let's take this one. And there we go. So now we're gonna cure it. So I had pulled out a whole bunch of stuff because I didn't know which direction that I was going. And then when I found my nail polish, I'm like, oh, well, let's try something different. All right, so that's cured. Now we're going to take the black and we're going to paint a layer of black. And it comes off the mold, so don't worry about your mold. All right, so I'm just trying to pull it so it's, you know, somewhat an even layer. And you don't even, you could put a second coat of the black, but I'm not going to. And then I'm just going to top coat it with the clear, and then it's going to be done, and we can trim it, and it'll be all done. So yeah, it's really kind of cool how you can make, you know, different things with not even having the UV resin. And then we'll put a layer of the UV resin in to fill it up. And then we'll try some of the, we will do the silicone matte, and we'll try a couple of different magnets and see what we can get. All right, so we're gonna put that under there. And let's go ahead and get, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to make 2 circles, even though they're a little bit bigger, just so I can handle them a little bit easier. You know, you just wanna make sure that your spot is big enough for your cabochon. All right, so we've got 2 like earring size. And let's do a bigger one so we can have a matching. And they don't have to be a circle. I mean, you could make them a square or whatever. I just want to make sure that they are bigger than what we're going to need so we can cut around them. All right. And we will get that cured. So I bought the 25 millimeter because that's the size that the bracelets took, and they didn't come with the cabochon, so I bought a package. I got 2 packages like that. All right. And let's pull this out, and I'm gonna just take my deburring tool here. And these still need another layer, but I just for the sake of the video, I just wanted to show you how easy this is. And there we have it. And it just, it sparkles between purple and blue, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm just gonna pop it back under there and cure it a little bit more. Okay, so let's do the pink one, which is what I used in that. So and then we just paint over. And if you can get it a little bit thicker, it works much better. So now I might have to do my nails because, well, I guess I gotta let them grow out a little bit because I've cut them all off. All right, so we've got our color in. Let's try this one and see if we can get a design. Oh, yeah. Oh. And if you do get it in there, just wipe it off. But look at that. Cool. And we'll cure them. So yeah, you can, I mean, you can make all kinds of different designs. And we'll put the clear coat, and then we'll set our cabochons on top, and then we will put it underneath the light. So guys, 90% of these is all done with no UV resin at all. And I just had something in there. Okay. And let me get my little cabochons out. And that one could have been a little bigger, but I will try to fill it in with some black on the back, that's all. So I'm just gonna get them to set long enough that I can pick them up, and then we'll put it underneath the light. And let's see. What else can we... Now, the one thing I have not tried, let's see. I do want to try something with these hoops and the chain that I got. I got 2 sizes. So I have got this one, which are like really small little diamonds, which I thought would be like really, really cute. Oh, you know what? Wait. We might have just figured out something else here, because this is what I've been wanting to try this with. Is outlining like a, you know, a piece of the pendant or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if I could get it to stay with the E6000, but I bet it would. All right, so let me go around. I gotta hold this so I know basically how much to cut. And then, all right, so even if it's a little bit long, that's fine. Okay. And, all right, before we mess with this, let's get these off, because we have to cure the back side of them now. So I'm going to put the 2, oh, come on, flip over. I'm going to put these in. And then I'm going to put another little layer of the black on the back of this. And then we'll put it back in there. Just because I didn't make my circle big enough. And then this will give us an idea too if there is a difference by putting a second layer of black on the back. All right. And I'm just gonna stick that underneath there, wipe it off my fingers, and this is still tacky. So we're just gonna put it so if this doesn't hold it, I'll use the Liquid Fusion. But I'm hoping because this is a little bit on the tackier side, it will hold it better in place. There we go. I had to pick up some of the wet. Let's see here. And I got one stone too many. Oh, come on. All right, so this is definitely a little fiddly. Definitely, but I think it's going to make a beautiful statement. Look at that, how beautiful that is. All right, and we'll just let that dry. All right, I'm just gonna let that dry, but that's going to be gorgeous. So I have two different sizes of this. And I've been dying to try it on some jewelry, so yeah. All right, so let's cut our little pieces here. I'm just gonna so I stick my scissors in there. And you just want to go right up close to the cabochon. And my ring light crapped out today, so I can't get it to go on. So I'm going to pull the one from my bedroom when I used to do makeup lives. And I will bring that down. All right, so we've got our 2 earrings. And I'm not going to use that one. I'm not even going to bother to put it in there. And that one's still tacky. I'm just going to make another one. Well, actually, I don't even need to make another one. I'll just let that finish completely curing. And I'll try to keep this at a fairly quick video this time. All right, so we are going to get our E6000. Pop that in there. And pop that in there. And there we have it. A little pair of cute dangly earrings that nobody else will ever have a pair like yours. So yeah, so hopefully that helps. This helps somebody. Let's see. I do want to make another one for this. I like that pattern, but we've got to make a bigger one. So we'll do one more, and then I will, and then we also have these that we can put on these bracelets. So we'll make one of those and a bigger one. Let me get the black. I'm wondering, wait a minute. Let me try something. Now, if I put this color down and we cure it, as like the back color, and I'm only going to do one for a small one. So let's get that cured. And then I'm going to put the second color over it. And then we will make the pattern to see if it will still show. I don't know. Okay, now this is the green. And then we will do our design in this. I don't know if it's gonna show up. And we'll paint the inside of this black. So let me do that. All right, and I'm going to stick that underneath the light. And let's, let's see. Let's try this one again, and just got to get it close enough. That is the issue. Oh, that worked. See? And then we will put that underneath and cure it. And then we can take it out and we'll put it in our little cabochon that is painted black. If I can get my fingers to pick it up. Left a fingerprint, so I'm gonna cure that. Cure that a little bit more. And I'm just gonna stick that. We'll put the clear and then we'll put our little cabochon on. All right. And then you can kind of, you know, position it where you want it, where you think it might have a little bit more sparkle. And then we'll cure that. And I'll pop it off, and then we'll cure the back. That way, I know it's cured before we glue it in. And then we can just put a little, all right. So these are two of the bracelets. These I made as a trial piece before I started the video to make sure that it was going to work. And then we made these, which I think are adorable. And we did these. Oop. So I will get some better pictures here. Oop. All right. Shut this. So hopefully let's get some E6000 and we will see. And there we go. Pick it up. That is beautiful. Oh. If I could hang on to things. So yeah, I will try to get some really good close-up pictures, guys, and let me know in the comments what you think and if you guys have ever tried it or if you're going to try it. This one is really, really pretty. Oop. So now I want to make earrings to match. But that is it for today's video, guys. Hopefully it inspired you, or it gave somebody that maybe doesn't have UV resin some options that they can still make some jewelry and yeah, without it. So kind of had a little bit of everything here. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, guys.